Hello everyone, I might be a little bit more angry than usual because this is a thing now. And when this is a thing, when this is the meta game, we're fucked, guys. We are officially fucked. I genuinely rage quit twice already, trying to build this like cool Draenei deck, right? But because I can't possibly generate enough cards, can't really put much pressure, and I just goddamn lose to a bunch of Boardclears. Look at this shit. This is devastating to anyone. So I have to deal with it somehow. I'm able to steal one of these and smash it into my opponent. The fact that they just casually dropped a big-ass Boardclear in the game, I mean, my faith in the game is just completely lost. I can't do this, bro. They couldn't even fucking fix this quest where it's actually playable and does something. So again, while I try to make this thing work, it is probably doomed, even with Amalgam being shuffled over and over again in the deck. Even if you can draw the Amalgam over and over again, that's still not good enough to make the deck playable. Maybe Spaceman is not good enough, maybe you need to taunt your Amalgam, I don't know. It's still not good enough. But there's many more issues that's actually behind the scenes. Like, this kind of power creep is absolute insanity. And then you couple it with the healing, and you have the worst combination imaginable of your opponent gets a clear board, you get infinite HP, then you pull off some fucking play card win game bullshit, and you got it. It is the dumbest Hearthstone has ever been, and it's still, for a very long time like this, it's still very dead. Maybe it was alive while Murloc Paladin was raining terror upon the meta, but now it's here, and now it's not that fun anymore. Because the funny thing is, even though Death Knight is second in in a tier, and even though there's a lot of like green, as Eddie would say, there's a lot of like chances to win. The actual game and the actual amount of variety of decks is pretty bad. Like, you can't do much. Technically, most of the time, I can build a deck that works to some extent. In this case, it might be a little bit too weak. But yeah, the metagame is now immediately stale, and without nerfs, it is impossible. Forget about the Hearthstone working without nerfs anymore. Every single time cards get introduced, the power level is so fucking high. And even if they claimed to have reduced power level, that means nothing. It means nothing at all. Where? Where is that reduction? You just created the craziest Boardclear. You just created cards that are unplayable. Is that in the mini sets? Is that power level reduction? Does that count? Power level can only be reduced by nerfing stuff. And I don't know what to play. Technically, most of the stuff, unless it's a Boardclear, it's unplayable. It's never gonna be played. Like, this is just gonna rot forever. Even this is fucking rotting. Dude can draw cards, and that shit, that concept, card draw concept in general, just rots in hell. But this video is gonna get worse and worse as we go deeper, because I wouldn't rage quit twice without a fucking good reason, you know? Not to mention all these ropers that I still can't escape, you know? Somehow, the community managed to ask Blizzard to, like, fix the fucking rope. And all Blizzard did is just make the first turn faster. And it's like, is that a fix? That's it? That's all we get? Like, you can just dump full disrespect on other players and get away with it. That is worse than sending fucking hate messages through chat, which you can't do if I don't consent to that. You know, but I have to always consent to a fucking rope around my neck. Okay, cool. And then people start drooling about Bazaar of like, oh my god, in Bazaar I can actually play the game. Crazy. So every time I have to fucking concede and lose stars to pieces of shit like that, it gets worse. There's Quest Mage. And unfortunately, Quest Mage is stronger than you, but also has to use less brain cells. That is just a given. That's how the game works. The less brain cells you use, the more straightforward the deck is. It probably just has some secret sauce, that plays itself. So you don't have to trade with minions. You don't have to think about numbers anymore. You don't have to think, do I trade or do I go face? How do I finish the game? Should I draw cards? Can my cards deal damage? Blah, blah. None of that shit matters. What really matters is you play Carta. The funny thing is, this mage didn't even fucking activate the quest, but it wins anyways. It doesn't have to activate the quest. What's the point? He plays Carta. Board is gone. Disgusting, though. The first thing to do is... And board is built. That. And then... So why should I even play cards when one card can do all of this? What's the point of me putting effort in the game when the effort doesn't pay off? You just play card and win game. And that's it. Game over. And the funniest thing is, it's Zeddy's favorite deck. Like, the community is rotten to the core. The game not functioning in any capacity. The community does not function in any capacity. I can't possibly get 1,000 subscribers and just chill. That's not gonna happen, bro. It's miserable. This is the definition of just depression. Of like, what are you guys doing? Are you okay with this? What, do you understand that he just played card and he wins the game now? There's nothing I can do. Yeah, I can trade off these minions. I can try and fucking fight back. Yes, these things don't have much attack. But it's frustrating that he can just pull this thing off. Nonchalant. And I'm just like, nah, I'm rage quitting. It's over. I can't do this. Look at this shit. No. I forgot to mention there's another 5-mana card that just happened. It's over. I can't. I can't look at this game with a straight fucking face. And that's considerably like Quest Mage is a controlled deck. That's why Zeddy likes it so much. It's fucking crazy, dude. It's crazy. Alright. First game, Shaman. Cool. This one was close. If people play tempo, I would have no problem with the game. It's all cool. It all seems fair. I put him down to 8 HP. That seems pretty good. I still had some grip on the board, but he found just enough damage to finish me off. I was at 23. He found +4. He was 1 off. He found +4. Easy peasy. If I could upgrade the deck a little bit, be more defensive or something, draw more cards, who the fuck knows. But I might be able to push through. That's cool, That is encouraging me to play more. More like Paladin should have already been, knocked out of the leaderboard. Like, we don't want to see this shit anymore. I was able to put it at its place. In this case, Protoss Priest is technically even worse. Especially the endgame was like the most disgusting thing I've ever seen, and still I had plenty of chances to put him down at 2 HP. You can see that's still a tempo matchup. That's still pretty... a genuine Hearthstone. And bam slam. I can't break through this wall. It's kind of disgusting that way. You can just have crazy taunts like that, but like, what can you do? Everything costs 0 mana after all. Just gotta give it to him, He paid so much for that. Zero mana is disgusting. Okay, this concept where you just spam this shit and make everything cheaper, like, haven't we learned that 2 mana cards shouldn't be doing that? For the rest of the game, by the way. It's just like, what? When one card like this holds the entire deck together, you know it's stupid. You know it's pretty stupid. So I will never even consider that I just lost. It's just a stupid concept. You know, like that Blizzard can confiscate at any moment. The moment a deck just needs one nerf to be destroyed, that's what should happen. When it comes to Quest, maybe it's a little bit too cheesy to destroy a Quest deck with one nerf. But other than that, especially if a Quest is not fun in the first place, then yeah, it's worth destroying it anyways. But even though, like Zeddy said, he got bored very quickly with Warlock Quest, he will still not condemn it as much as Sharpshooter, you know, Demon Hunter. Sharpshooter Demon Hunter was a thing where you just like draw and draw Naga after Naga, and maybe you deal 10 damage across. You're not winning the game, it is still playing like a tempo matchup, you're just able to finish the game to some extent, and beat up some control decks. That's it. It's not that bad. Like, versus control decks, you love to have ability to actually kill them. Even though they like to get like 60 HP, but then you start stacking your hands with some powerful combos and you blast them into space anyways. This is the shit of how the Hearthstone should work. I couldn't even play this matchup because I know it's a long matchup, and bro's just gonna rope me. Bro's just gonna waste my time. Bro was thinking. And I don't know, man. I know it's gonna last like 15 fucking turns, and it's not gonna be fun. So again, I'm showing game after game where I'm not really having it. The Shaman matchup was the best thing. Protoss Priest was close. Murloc Paladin is already a fucking waste of my brain matter. I don't want to talk about it anymore. It seems to be now doable. I don't know what happened. Did Murloc Paladin got drunk or something? It seems to be beatable now. Very commonly so. Mostly because I had Prince activated, so take it as you will. If you don't activate Prince, you don't get good stats. So and so. So this guy showed up, and I'm like, yeah, everything seems to be going fine. Until he played card. So yeah. He played card, guys, and we lose. He played card, unfortunately. He paid 8 mana. Like, he had this like super duper combo. He deserves to win. That is something crazy. And that's it. I don't know what to do about this bullshit. We don't even get like super good removal spells. None of that shit. That like tech cards that help us in conditions like this anymore. We don't get that anymore, guys. And technically, people who do get it, they already have the Boardclears, the healing. They already have the most efficient shit. Which is like, it's crazy. Why can't I have just a little bit? Just a few removals. To deal with shit like this, man. What is going on? I don't think I have to explain Quest Warlock. It is the dumbest deck of all time. And, alongside with Quest Mage, is the dumbest fucking shit of all time. Bro couldn't even play it properly. And I still didn't give a fuck. Because bro gets this, right? Gets this for free. Just runs out of this. It's not even turn 8. Okay, bro? He gets it for 1 fucking mana. Like, come on, man. What is this? Is this a game anymore? It's just a cheese competition of how you can cheese the game, we're not taking this seriously anymore. There's just certain amount of ways you can cheese the game, and that's it. And you have to do those things. So in this case, you have to play Quest Mage. Congratulations. Cheese the game, boys. And this is where variety comes to die on this hill of just stupid decks being played. Is Quest Warlock giving variety to the game? Never. Never ever. Because this is the win condition. Spawning the same shit over and over again, the same 3 minions over and over again, that's the win condition. Like it's boring as it possibly can get. That should never be happening. Doing the same thing over and over again, playing the same cards to win game. Man, this is crazy, dude. This is absolutely crazy. So as the game is leaning towards this like Death Knight bullshit, popularity rising, like I can't. This is unbelievable. I literally can't play Hearthstone anymore. And it just happened so quickly too. The only thing they had to do is just buff the dumbest quest and never be able to rework this quest properly. They came up with a stupid idea, it didn't work out, and they don't know what to do with it. They couldn't properly buff it. It's just game over. It's just gonna stay like this. It's crazy, dude. Every single time Standard is the most broken garbage ever, and they can't fix it fast enough. What's the point? Just because new cards? That's it? At this point, the game constantly devolves to where, like, I can't be creative, I cannot upload too many videos because that means I play too much of Hearthstone to the point where it's not fun anymore. My existence might just devolve into playing chump combos or something. Because whatever he finds is technically a legitimate combo, but combo is not something, not the way that I want to win the games, necessarily. DK is fucking horrendous between leeches, airlock breach, and every other Boardclear. It just plays itself. So yeah, all I'm saying is the same thing as I said in the healing video, and this statement is completely true. It is extremely cheap strategy to print Boardclears plus healing. Because this stalls the game for no reason. What's the point? You removed everything that I have. But where do we go from here? Does that mean anything? It doesn't mean anything. And if you don't run out of Boardclears, or your Boardclears doesn't run out of damage, and I cannot jump over them, then nothing is happening. I can't play around your stupid shit. I can only cry. I can only cry, dude. That the game is longer than it's supposed to be, and I have no control of the game. Whatsoever. Yes, I appreciate that you can be a little bit creative when you do certain things, but like, what am I supposed to do? If I wanted to deal damage, the best way to deal damage is playing a card. That's the best way to fucking deal damage nowadays. I don't really know how many combos you can pull off, but it's not that many, bro. Maybe at best I can cheese Weaponsmith somehow for a significant amount of damage. I wonder if Phoenix works better. Yeah, the power creep has really outscaled itself when it comes to like big, stupid cards being played and getting insane results. Insane. So you're actually incentivized to just stall the game and play big card. That's all you do. Which degenerates the game so fast. You just play combo. Which is what makes Chump videos so much more interesting, because he actually captures combos. So if I needed to find content to grind on, I probably would choose Chump. Because bro will figure out how to put my opponents from 60 HP to all the way to 0. Or at least deal so much fucking damage that it almost counts as much as 60 damage. So that's the only way. Right? If there's a control metagame, you're gonna be fucked for like 40 minutes. Unless you're playing OTK, and that's the only way out. Aggro or OTK. Even just small amount of control decks create this like very nasty environment where the only thing you can do is like it's rock, paper, scissors. The only thing you can do is just throw a bunch of damage at them and hope that they fucking die at some point. Right? Hopefully they will run out of stuff to clear. They cannot clear weapons, blah blah blah. You basically overwhelmed them. But even then, it's not fucking guaranteed when shit like Ziliax exists. And you just reset the fucking game. Because your HP resets as well. So, it doesn't even matter how much you can throw at them. At some point, they're just gonna reset the fucking game. Get away with whatever the fuck they want. Even counter OTK decks, and basically, they say, I play rock, and I beat your paper. And then it's, I don't know what to do. When this happens, when rock, paper, scissors formation just falls apart, the game is dead. Then you can just play control, and if the game is control-based, the game is extra dead just because control is like the most miserable matchup imaginable. You either have to have such fucking extensive knowledge of the game that even I don't have, and play the most fucking brilliant combo cards possible. Like, you have all these, like, Death Rattle combos that eventually culminate in Big Umbra. Like, you have to be so fucking creative. And you have to play Elise. Most of the time, you have to play Elise. You have to know what you're gonna copy with your deck. All of that shit now has to, like, come together properly. Otherwise, you're fucked. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I'm in Diamond 5. I made it. So, torture is something I sign up for. Unfortunate. I still think the game is a little bit too cheesy. I still think I have way more skill than being stuck in Diamond 5. But it is what it is, right? And then let's be honest, Chump also has similar amount of skill. He shouldn't be stuck in Diamond 5. We should be having more fun as we climb higher or whatever. One of the best, again, solutions to a problem like climbing is to make sure that people are forced to play a variety of decks and a variety of cards. And if they stuck grinding the same deck, they shouldn't gain as much returns for playing the same shit over and over again. In fact, if you can play cards that you have never played before, you shouldn't gain extra rewards for that. There has to be simple incentives to play unusual cards, or to play the entirety of Hearthstone, instead of being confined into fucking Murloc Paladin. But most importantly, if you want to be Legend, you have to play a variety of decks, not just one. Like, it just makes no fucking sense that you can be called Legend after you played one deck. What are you talking about? I do think Scoundrel is valuable. Maybe better than Phoenix. Whatever. I can't make Rogue work, unfortunately. It does seem to be the worst class that happens to have good 0-mana cards, so Elise kind of works very well with Rogue, and you just bounce Elise. And, shit like that, like super legendaries, the new concept in Hearthstone that never goes away. This is another, like, power creep stuff. Whether these super legendaries are class cards like quests. Like, class cards don't hit as hard. Even Titans don't hit as hard as the actual neutral super legendaries. Okay, shut up, guys. It doesn't hit as hard when the legendary is neutral and has crazy superpowers. So Elise is one of those moments when Blizzard fucked up again. I genuinely don't think Elise is good design. I think neutral set in general should be fairly weak, but playable. But Elise is just on a whole fucking other level, which is super legendary level, which is the worst thing that can possibly happen to the game, because everyone's gonna spam Elise eventually. Like, you know, the games are gonna be all around one fucking card. And retardation wants to talk to me about his retardation. Mage is not always frustrating, but just the fact alone that they play card, it boils me to the core. It boils me to the core, bro. And we're just seeing the same shit over and over again. Sometimes we're lucky enough to see this. Holy crap. Why such a blessing? Why are we blessed? By the presence of, you know, an aggro deck. It's crazy, dude. And at some point, you become dizzy and lose your fucking mind. Because it's too hard to come up with anything new. You have to genuinely break the meta at that point. Which I am capable of doing. Like, that's not that crazy. But it would be a lot easier if Blizzard actually fucking cared, you know, and didn't just give 2 Zeddy nerfs. Zeddy-style nerfs. I feel like Zeddy-style nerfs is the worst thing that's happening to Hearthstone right now. Holy shit, man. Whatever Zeddy says will get nerfed. Oh, wow. Those are the worst picks. So yeah, on top of being dead, we have to watch the game fucking...
Buy one, get one full.
Watch Zeddy dominance escalate, basically. I don't know. Scoundrel's really good, but you usually want to play it
As a gracious force, I will tend to you.
all together. That's fine. Aggro deck, guys. Oh my god, it's predictable, it's cool. It's everything you ever wanted. So yeah, like, it is a mind-blowing question of, like, what is this? What is this creature? Why does Death Knight even exist? Who created Death Knight? You know, who created the ultimate control class? Because it's the worst. It's the worst thing that ever happened to Hearthstone. Is Death Knight.
This treasure ain't fit for a pirate.
Who could put a price on
It's the most astounding part for me.
I could.
Death Knight is so broken. Alright, we might actually be able to break through. But I need to find healing, and I'm probably not gonna find healing. Man, that's fucking cheesy, bro. Holy shit. I don't got this, guys. There's no lifesteal. I would play all my lifesteal cards, my friends. If I knew that I'm playing against less control decks and more aggro decks. I would love my, like, lifesteal just kind of disappeared from the game. I don't know why. I don't know what happens.
Buy one, get one full.
That's a curious thing. And I'm always forced to just play the stupid fucking super legendaries like Zilliax. It's forced. They're so broken now. Never have
This is treasure.
we ever seen Hearthstone
Could put a price
force you to play legendaries like that.
I could.
Fuck me, man. I can't get any. I can't get any healing. I tried 3 fucking times, dude. That is so crazy to me. 3 times! That's the maximum amount of times I can even try. And that's the only fucking card that heals. You know? I don't get it. I don't get it, guys. That's why I made the healing video. I'm like, yes, aggro deck, cool. A tempo deck can defeat aggro, but there's no healing, so they can't. They can't do it. When healing is so fucking exclusive, holy shit, does that make no sense. Like, it's one of the tech cards. Healing is a tech strategy. It's not supposed to be a fucking identity crisis. It's not supposed to be identity because eventually the identity is the only healing we have in the game anymore. Because, oh shit, why would we print healing cards when we could just print armor cards, life stacking cards like fucking leeches? Why would we even fucking care about healing anymore? It's a thematic class type thing. It's no longer strategy for all classes to enjoy. It's just a specific type of thing you do. Sometimes with certain classes, right? But then it's like, bro, I'm dying. I could use some healing. That would be nice. I could extend the game where it's meant to be extended. Is it not? Do I not deserve? He gets crazy, bro. He gets really crazy, man. I'm not even playing this game. It's nothing to me anymore. Just play some cheap shit. Oh, that's pretty broken. Maybe if we survive this,
As a gracious
get
lord,
somewhere with
I
this.
will tend to.
Justice is
How entertaining.
Cool. That's very good. Bro just gets to ignore me. Well, I don't think we can finish the game though. Hopefully. But Broken can definitely put pressure on the board already. Playing part. I think we found a tempo deck, guys. It's crazy. The craziest thing is that there's not even that many Boardclears in the game anymore. But there's always just enough for control decks to exist. You know? They're just strong enough and there's just enough of them to just obliterate the metagame anyways. Of anyone playing cards. What a terrible metagame that is. Right? We have to delete that part, unfortunately.
This treasure ain't fit for our
There appears to be no signs of intelligent life.
Instead of actually printing, like, removals, like something that actually makes sense strategically, Blizzarders be like, nah, all cards need to die really fast, right now. Every card needs to die right now. Everything has to be poison killed. Everything has to be super cleanly killed with the most premium, insane Boardclears the world has ever seen. And here's one of them. Let's go, bro. Isn't it beautiful? I think it's beautiful. I think he deserved it, you know? To just stay away from me, because I might be able to deal damage to his face, and that's just like... That's unacceptable, dude. And we have to fucking do it the cheesiest way possible.
Find me in the dream.
And again, even if I complete the quest, it doesn't do anything. My quest doesn't do anything. While other people's quests win the game. That's a pretty weird difference, isn't it? They kind of misdesigned something. Oh wow, he just summoned another Boardclear, and he summoned another Boardclear. How creative is that? Like, you would expect this to happen all the time. We just saw another fucking deck that I will never fucking be able to like. I will never want to queue into this fucking garbage. Like, I'm very happy that I'll be able to play card and something will happen that's beneficial to me. That's about it. I'm so fucking happy, guys. We'll see dragon animations right now. Fuck yeah, let's go. Just because this card exists now, came out of mini set, the game is much worse than it used to be. Why? Why are we doing like this? What's the point? Where's the fun in this? Probably not even gonna clear this. So I can't play my stuff. Okay, that's good. That's very good. Watch him resummon it again. I did magically just found infinite value, so I'm good. We actually survived it.
And I take her breath.
Wow, how fun is that? Come on, I want to summon something on the board. Stop it. Thank you. You know what? I will summon the dragon, boys. And click button. Oh, he died. Did you enjoy the part where I played card one game? Because I kind of did that, and that's a lot of skill, you know? There's a skill issue. So yeah, I can't play Hearthstone like this. Whatever the fuck happened to Hearthstone is just absolute brutality and fatality. This is the least acceptable thing I've ever seen. I played card, and because I played card, I'm so much better off. Nothing I can possibly add into the deck that is powerful as playing fucking card, bro. And I can't even believe that I was so correct. That Fyrak is the most disgusting card right now in the game. It's so disgusting. You just play it. In fact, not only you play it, you play every fucking lifesteal and survival card, and then you just copy and paste the fucking Fyrak, and you just spam that shit. You are gonna be so much better off anyways. You know, the copy dragon. I'm trying to show the copy dragon. Just do that, and technically your deck has a win condition. You know? It is that stupid. Copy and paste every super legendary, every fucking Elise, play it as many times as you possibly can, and you win the game by default. So sad that some of these cards, they're not super legendaries. This guy technically is close to being a super legendary. This guy used to be a super legendary, but got nerfed. How lucky we are. We literally had to suffer so fucking long until this thing got nerfed. Like, people have to be tortured until Blizzard decides of like, yeah, I guess we shouldn't torture people, actually. You know, that's what has to happen first. And Zeddy's still gonna be like, why did this got nerfed? I don't understand. Zeddy's always gonna scratch head because Zeddy's nerfs are not this. Zeddy's nerfs are never gonna be this. Never ever would he consider Fyrak to be a fucking problem. when I just won the game in the most absurd fucking fashion imaginable. Like, I don't understand. The game will never fucking change from play card win game. This is the new fucking Sire Denathrius. Except Sire Denathrius was actually funny. It was growing in your hand. You know, something was happening with Sire Denathrius. You had to play minions. This is just play card. Like, we're degenerating so fast. It is so bad. And at some point, like, I have to stop playing the game because, man, I shouldn't be the one playing. I should be playing someone else's deck and just discussing of, like, the chump did a good job or a bad job. That's it. That's the best I can do. Because actually taking the game seriously would give me brain damage. If I took the game seriously, then this would be my win condition. Play card, win game. What do you expect me to do? This is better than any strategy I can possibly put into my deck. Better than any 1-drop, plus 2-drop, plus 3-drop, plus 4-drop. It also is the best healing card in the game. that I forgot to mention that part. This is the best healing card. Apparently. I fucking hate this game, dude. How is this possible? And then this exists. Because, yeah, cool, right? Wow. They're definitely on the same fucking wavelength. Last time I checked. You know? Blizzard is still scared of, like, yeah, legendary card has to do millions of things. But if it's not legendary, it shouldn't actually do anything or be playable at all. That doesn't fucking matter, right? This should not really exist in the game or in any deck imaginable, right? The only card that you can relatively play is a card that has a fucking keyword. A cool keyword. That's the only time you can play a fucking card in your deck. And it's still questionable, why is this not 9 mana? Why does this not work like a finisher? What are you talking about? And what is this? What the fuck is this? What is this? None of these cards even make sense unless they're super legendaries. You know? That they don't make sense in another direction. How cool is that? This card could be so fucking cool. You know? If that was the only card in here. You know? If all these other cards would get deleted, sure. Or at least all the good ones. That would be cool. And apparently there's sleeper super legendaries. I don't know how I feel about that. Geppetto, please wake up. You are sleeper super legend. I know. You can do it. How do you justify shit like this? You know that I have to pay mana for the cards that I get anyways? Blizzard? I have to pay mana for the shit that I get. Like, it's not free. Just because I get a bunch of cards in my hands. If this is not a super legendary, what happens? You know? At least make these things not laughable. If we're just spamming super legendaries. You know? Shit like this, bro. Now, I don't know. Kil'jaeden is probably not part of the meta, unfortunately. For the big boy. But I can't believe Fyrakk is. I wish this was part of the meta. You know? Just has to crack 5 times. Come on, man. You can do it. Maybe in some control matchups, Egg is relevant. But it tires me to try and figure out. For now, that's all I have to say. Right? Play card, win game. Have a nice day. And I do have to condemn Zeddy for just, like, he doesn't have good content. What is this? Oh no, there's no communication between Blizzard and this toxic community of people who don't actually want nerfs or buffs. Zeddy is such a lost child. He just wants communication, you know? He just wants statement. What the fuck? He doesn't want specific nerfs and buffs anymore. He just wants communications. His His standards just kind of fell down to zero, to nothing. I don't care about communications, bro. What do you need communications to make more content? What is this? What is this useful for? Just keep asking for nerfs. That's it. Like, just stick with it. Is it this fucking hard? Just stick with it. Just keep asking for nerfs. But anytime Zeddy has a chance to not ask for nerfs and ask for something else, it becomes like the topic of the day. What are we talking about, bro? What are we talking about? This is how much waste of time this whole thing is. Then Zeddy's videos become a waste of time. Like, I can't take this shit, bro. We're just gonna look at whatever Chump is doing and praise him for existing, you know? For breathing air. Because that's better than I can do, you know? I can only play card win game. I'm sorry, dude. I can't come up with anything better than that.